You cry when you're angry. You feel physical pain when someone around you is anxious. A sunset can move you to tears. And for your entire life, people have told you the same thing. You're too much. Too sensitive. Too intense. But what if I told you that your brain isn't broken? It's actually running in 8K resolution while everyone else is stuck at 720p? What if the trait you've been trying to hide your whole life is actually an evolutionary advantage that only 20% of humans possess? Stay with me, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why you feel everything so deeply, and more importantly, how to stop feeling exhausted by it. Let's start with the science. You likely have what psychologists call sensory processing sensitivity, and it's not a disorder, it's a survival strategy that's been hardwired into human evolution for thousands of years. Picture an ancient tribe. The majority were what we call dandelions, tough, resilient warriors who could sleep anywhere, eat anything, and charge into battle without hesitation. They were the muscle of the tribe. But here's the problem. A tribe made entirely of warriors would die. They'd march straight into a storm because they didn't notice the clouds changing. They'd eat poisonous berries because they didn't detect the strange smell. They'd miss the predator stalking them in the shadows. That's where you came in. You were the Orchid, the Vanguard of Awareness. Your nervous system doesn't just process information, it records the world in stunning, overwhelming detail. You don't just hear loud noises, you process the hum of the refrigerator, the texture of your shirt against your skin, the subtle shift in someone's tone that everyone else missed. You feel the hesitation in your friend's voice. You metabolize the sadness they're trying to hide. Your radar is always on, designed to pick up the signals that keep everyone safe. But here's the brutal truth. While you have this gift, you probably don't feel powerful. You feel exhausted. You feel like you're constantly withering. And that makes perfect sense, because an orchid cannot survive on a concrete sidewalk. This brings us to one of the most important concepts you need to understand: vantage sensitivity. Psychologists have discovered that highly sensitive people don't just suffer more in harsh environments, they actually outperform everyone else in the right ones. Think about it like this: while dandelions can survive anywhere, they bloom the same everywhere. But when you, the orchid, are placed in your greenhouse, you bloom with a complexity, creativity, and depth that dandelions can never reach. The problem isn't you. The problem is that you're trying to survive in an environment that wasn't designed for your nervous system. So today, we're going to stop trying to toughen you up. We're not going to teach you how to just deal with it. Instead, we're going to engineer your greenhouse across two specific domains: your body and your interactions. But first, we need to understand exactly why you're so tired. Your exhaustion isn't weakness, it's an evolutionary mismatch. Your biology was designed for a high-stakes but low-velocity environment. Imagine a quiet forest. It's silent, but you're alert. If a twig snaps, it could mean a predator. Your system is built to process that one sound deeply, extract every piece of information from it, and respond appropriately. But you don't live in a quiet forest. You live in a world of relentless, high-velocity noise. Open-plan offices. Traffic. Constant phone notifications. Emotional flooding from news and social media. Your brain lacks the gating mechanism to filter this out. This creates what's called systemic overload. Your engine is redlining just to stay in neutral. You're burning fuel at maximum capacity just to maintain baseline function. To fix this, we need to completely rethink your sensory diet. If you're relating to this so far, drop the word orchid in the comments below and hit that subscribe button. We're going deeper into psychology and self-understanding every single week. Think about food. If you eat junk all day, your body crashes. Your nervous system works the same way. It consumes sensory input. And just like food, you need to minimize depleting inputs and radically maximize nourishing ones. Let's start with what's draining your battery. Noise-canceling headphones are not a luxury, they are personal protective equipment. I want you to reframe this completely. In a loud space, headphones create a boundary between your sensitive nervous system and the chaos of the world. Wearing them isn't rude. It's necessary maintenance for your machine. Next, you need to identify your restorative niche. This is a concept from environmental psychology, a physical space where you can retreat to let your system idle. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be a quiet car, a stairwell, even a bathroom stall. The rule is simple: when you feel that familiar fog of overstimulation setting in, you don't push through. You go to your niche for 5 minutes. In this space, you don't scroll your phone, you just let your nervous system come back to baseline. This prevents the cumulative crash that usually hits around 4 p.m. But you can't just block out the bad, you must actively feed your senses with the good. For a high sensor, beauty is not optional. It's functional medicine. A nourishing input is a signal of safety. This might mean visual nutrition, taking 10 minutes to look at natural light or the complex patterns of a tree. Your brain craves these natural fractals. It might mean tactile nutrition, wearing clothes that feel soft against your skin, or using a weighted blanket. The pressure signals your parasympathetic nervous system to calm down. Or it could be auditory nutrition, listening to brown noise or the sound of rain. These inputs actively replenish the energy that chaos took away. You need to schedule these into your day, just like you schedule lunch. Finally, if you feel constantly drained by your phone, you're experiencing a digital assault. Your brain treats those bright red notification badges like threats, creating a low-level anxiety loop. Try the gray protocol. Go into your settings and turn your screen to grayscale. It sounds small, but it changes your brain chemistry. It removes the dopamine reward and turns your phone back into a simple tool, reducing the depletion every time you unlock it. Now let's talk about the psychological layer, where most highly sensitive people struggle the most. Your mirror neurons are hyperactive. When you walk into a room and someone else is anxious, you don't just understand it intellectually, you physically feel their anxiety in your own chest. This is the emotional sponge effect. And to protect yourself, you need to change how you relate to others and how you relate to yourself. We often confuse empathy with compassion, but neuroscience shows they're different. Empathy is feeling with someone. It activates the pain centers of your brain. If your friend is drowning, empathy means you jump in and drown with them. Compassion is caring for someone. It activates the reward centers. It means you stand on the shore and throw them a rope. When you feel yourself getting overwhelmed by a friend's distress, catch yourself. You're drowning. Shift to compassion by telling yourself this internal script: I see your pain, but it is not mine. This creates a psychological boundary. Once you've said that to yourself, then you can ask them out loud, how can I offer support? This keeps you safe on the shore, where you're actually strong enough to be useful. Because you feel so deeply, saying no feels physically painful. You can feel the other person's disappointment, and you want to fix it. So you say yes to everything until you're completely burned out. You need a buffer. Your brain processes social data deeply, so you need more time to make decisions than other people. From today on, your default answer to any new request is this: let me check my capacity and get back to you. This simple sentence is your shield. It buys you time. It allows your logical brain to catch up and override the immediate emotional impulse to please. In that pause, you can ask yourself the hard questions. Do I actually have the energy for this? Is this person nourishing or depleting? Is this good for my greenhouse? The modern world was not built for you. It's loud, fast, and aggressive. But that doesn't mean you don't belong here. It just means you cannot live on autopilot. You must become the architect of your life. You have to be ruthless about removing depleting inputs. You have to be intentional about finding nourishing ones. And you have to be strategic about your boundaries. This isn't about hiding from the world. It's about resourcing yourself so you can actually be in it. When you build your greenhouse, you don't just survive. You unlock that vantage sensitivity. You bloom with a depth, creativity, and power that the world desperately needs. Start with one change today. Buy the headphones if you need them. Find your niche. Or just use the pause protocol. So tell me, are you an orchid trying to survive on concrete, or have you already started building your greenhouse? Drop a comment below. I want to hear your story. If this resonated, hit subscribe. We go deeper into psychology and self-understanding every single day. And smash that like button so more highly sensitive people can find their tribe.